All right. Hey, everybody. Spydico64 back here once again with yet another NASCAR diecast video for all of you here today. And this is a overview, I guess you can call it. So, for those who kind of haven't really been sort of keeping up with, I guess, in terms of my status as a NASCAR diecast collector, I only collect nowadays 1/64 scale NASCAR Xfinity cars, whatever ones that they make, and also some 1/64 scale trucks that they make, just because, considering that we don't typically get a lot of Xfinity cars, because of course, as we all know, or if you're in the NASCAR diecast scene, you would know that a lot of them either just outright get canceled, we just really have a small field of Xfinity cars as the year's gone on. But however, though, this year has been, I guess this is looking to be a bit of a good year for Xfinity cars. If you honestly really kind of ask me, it certainly has not been a good year for trucks, since we really only have one official truck release and, all that sort of stuff. But anyways, though, with that really kind of being said, what we got here today are 7 Xfinity cars that I have, of course, here. And all 7 of these cars are all brand new releases from Lionel. Well, some of those are. The Junior, this one, the Jesse Love, those are some brand new releases. The Allgaier, Smith, and Degan have been out for quite some time. And then Custer, and then also Suarez as Wendy's has been out for a bit of some time now. So, for those who kind of also don't know, these Xfinity reviews, when I review these cars individually, they don't typically do all that well on the channel, if I'm really going to be really quite frank, and all that sort of stuff. So I maybe decided that maybe there should be a way to show off my Xfinity cars, because here's the thing is that I really love collecting these Xfinity cars, considering the fact that we don't, that we really typically don't get too many of them. And it really even, this year, we've gotten quite a few, more than usual. And I will talk about at the end of the video some of the ones that we are confirmed to be getting. We got some pretty cool ones coming out. So, with that really being said in mind, let's just basically kind of go ahead and get straight into the video. We have quite a few, some diecasts to look at. But with that being said, I just want to say to all of you, thank you all so much for watching, and let's get right into it. So, first one up here is Cole Custer's number 00 Andy's Frozen Custard Ford Mustang. So yes, this is a sponsorship duo. A driver and a sponsorship duo that a lot of people wanted to happen. Of course, Andy's Frozen Custard with, of course, Cole Custer, coleslaw custard, and all that sort of stuff. Yeah. I'm very surprised that this one got made. Very surprised this got made, because Cole Custer diecasts, especially for Xfinity, they really are a rarity. We've only had 2 other previous Cole Custer Xfinity cars before he made his return to Xfinity in 23. We've had one in his rookie year, and then we had one in his final year in 2019, which is a bit of an obscure one, I will admit. And this is another one that's a very obscure, but I mean, it's cool to have. But hey, I mean, it's the Xfinity Series champion, so hey, I mean, it would make sense to get at least a diecast of the Xfinity champion. Same thing also goes for the truck champion. At least they should get at least one primary made. At least that's my thing. But no, this is like the 4th different Cole Custer Xfinity card that we have gotten. We have gotten his standard Haas scheme from last year. That was part of that calendar set that no one could buy because of the scalpers. And then we also had the champion one, the one with the championship logo on the hood. And then we also have the race win one, which I haven't found yet. So But yeah, this is a 2024 one, and this car ran at the Texas race earlier this year, and then it also ran at the Chicago Street Race. So this is a pretty popular car, and I do have a good feeling as time goes on, this is going to be a very rare car. People are going to be looking at this car. It's going to be a very sought-after release. So you better go ahead and get your Cole Custer one right here. You better. And also, you don't know, this could also be the final Cole Custer Xfinity car we could get. We don't know when the next one's going to be because he will be back in the Cup Series next year. So that's going to be something to watch out for. But I really love the blue on this car and also the red and the yellow. Really love the way this came out. All right, so that is Custer. Now let's go ahead and have a look at Jesse Love's number 2 Wheeling Chevy. And do not be mistaken, this is Jesse Love. This isn't Sheldon Creed. But yeah, it is basically the exact same paint scheme as Sheldon Creed. And all that sort of stuff. Yeah, it's basically the same Wheeling scheme. I don't know if it's because of Wheeling or it's just to show, or it's because of RCR. Just they wanted to show how expendable the driver of the number 2 car is. Because if your name isn't Austin, then you're irrelevant. But yes, Jesse Love, of course, he has, of course, won in the Xfinity Series in the number 2 car at Richard Childress Racing. So, yeah, but this paint scheme right here, this is just the primary one. And I gotta say that I do wish they could have changed up the paint scheme a little bit, but I don't know. I really don't know why. But really the only difference between I can see between this one and the Cole Custer or the Sheldon Creed release, excuse me, was Xfinity banner here is purple. The other one was black. The Love, of course, it just says Jesse Love right there, or just Love. So, yeah, as I looked throughout the car, I was trying to find if there was a C4 energy drink logo, but no, there was not a single. I do not see that at all. So, yeah, there you go, Jesse Love. I do hope we do get his Talladega race win, because that'd be pretty cool. I think that car is almost good to go. I'm not sure. We don't really have, exact preferences on the releases for these Xfinity cars. So here's one that, of course, we kind of knew we were going to get, and that's Justin Allgaier's branded scheme. And this is a very nice looking paint scheme. I love this one. Look at this. So you got this orange thing going on here. Of course, you got the corn right here. Yeah, I mean, basically this car right here, it has the corn, which looks really, really cool. I love how they added the corn here. Now, this isn't really my favorite Justin Allgaier scheme. I like the 2019 and the 2020 version. I like that one a lot because it had like the cornfield on it, and all that sort of stuff. But this just looks awesome. Looks simply awesome. And of course, Justin Allgaier recently won the Xfinity race at Michigan Speedway. And we're interested to see if we'll get that scheme. I'm not sure. I'm not really highly confident that we will. Who knows? Maybe we will. I have to expect we will maybe at least get his Darlington race win. I hope we do, because that would be pretty cool. So here's the next one, and it's a bit of a weird one. And this is Sammy Smith's TMC employee-owned company, Chevy. I was originally going to get the Pilot Flying J scheme. However, though, I was going to wait on it to see if it was going to be on a NASCAR Authentics release, and what would you know? It's going to be in a NASCAR Authentics release. So overall, I'm just going to be waiting for that Pilot Flying J scheme, and as I wanted to get this one. But overall, I really like the way this came out. I really love the black and the gold, and then, of course, the orange. Just looks so awesome. Just looks really, really cool. So, yeah, you got Pilot Flying J right there, right there. It's a bit of a weird year for Sammy Smith. I would have expected him to win already in with Junior Motorsports. It's kind of odd. Allgaier and Mayer has won this year, but nope. Not Sammy Smith or Brandon Jones. Well, oh, man. I don't know. What happened to Brandon Jones, man? What happened to him? Did Ty Gibbs kill him? Because I would like to know. So that's a really cool one right there. All right. And then here's another one. Here's a really sort of a random one, I guess you could say. Daniel Suarez, Wendy's. For Colleague Racing. Oh, this is right here. This is like an example of just like, oh my gosh, like, dude, you don't see this every day when it comes to Xfinity releases. I have no idea how this car got made. Maybe, what is it, something, I don't know, maybe the sponsors. Maybe Wendy's wanted to get this car made. I'm not sure. Unfortunately, like an SVG version with like a frosty milkshake didn't get made in 1/64 scale. I hope it gets made in like at least Authentic's line, but like, just stuff like this. It's just so, like, Daniel Suarez ran this in one race. Unfortunately, he wrecked out in this race, but this is a type of, like, of a car that, oh, man, it's just, I really wish this was something that was less alien and more often. These just one-off Xfinity cars. And maybe, to be fair, this is because it's Suarez and he's popular, and it is Wendy's. And Wendy's, you know, has been slapping with their paint schemes. Had the, you know, the Noah Gragson schemes, and besides, who doesn't love Wendy's? Doesn't come on the base unlike freaking McDonald's, or as or some people like to call it, McDanny's. If you know, you know. But yeah, this car is basically just all blue. Of course, you got the Wendy's chick right there on the hood. Of course, got the pigtails. Of course, the 14 different Colleague. I think this is also SS Greenlight Racing. And you can see Leaf Filter, Coca-Cola, Freeway Insurance, Action Industries. He did run that at the Chicago Street Race in another team. I don't know, maybe that does. Do they offer that? I don't think so. But yeah, really, really go biggie right there. But yeah, really an awesome looking paint scheme. This is another one out of all these. This is another one that get it while you can, because this is going to be a rare car. Like, people are going to be forgetting that this one even got made. Guarantee you. So there you go. We got Suarez Wendy's right there. And now, and this is another one, a very obscure one that it's probably will get rare also over time as well. And that is Hailie Deegan's number 15 Airbox car. And it's also rare because, well, Hailie Deegan no longer drives this car anymore. So Hailie Deegan's run in NASCAR has unfortunately for now come to an end. I have really no idea what her plan is for the future in her NASCAR career. I just really don't know. But for those who kind of just don't know, after the Nashville race, she basically was dropped by her team for basically poor performance and all that sort of stuff. And yeah, and here's the thing: is that, you know, I really honestly was excited for Hailie Deegan when she was coming up for the ranks, but really the hype died down because she has just shown no results. Though, I mean, fortunately enough, she is very popular to get a diecast, so that's really cool. Am Racing. Really love that gold foiled number right there, and then also, yeah, the 15. Again, this is going to be a rare car, but also what's really cool is that since this is now basically a part-time car, you can use this for other drivers. You can use this for who has driven this? Joey Logano, Josh Berry, I think Lawless Allen, and then also Gustine has also run this car. And also this does have, you know, the new Ford printed headlights, and I gotta say, it looks all right. I kind of still wish that it was bigger, but I mean, I don't know. I guess it's serviceable. Also interesting to see how it has Ford Performance there. This Yes. Custer does have that, so that's very cool. Oh yeah, and also, by the way, we have like 2 Fords. I'm interested to see if we'll get, they did offer a Riley Herbst scheme. It was a terrible Herbst throwback. I don't know if that one got made. If it did, that's pretty good. But yeah, here you go, Hailie Deegan. Unfortunately, also one thing I will mention is that in the NASCAR Authentics version, which I was planning to get, that one has the headlights from last year. So that's a little bit of a rarity, I will say. So I don't know, maybe you want to get that. You can use that for your stop motion, maybe a little bit better, since it doesn't have, you know, the windshield banners and all that sort of stuff. All right, but last and certainly not least, we got Dale Jr. And this is a recent one that I also just got. Oh, by the way, guys, I was in San Diego the whole weekend. And, yeah, this car got delivered to me. And, yeah. So of all the paint schemes, this is the only one that hasn't run so far this year. This will run at the Bristol Xfinity race later this month in September. And overall, it's a beautiful scheme. Really a beautiful paint scheme. I love the blue on this thing. The yellow. The blue is the base color, but then the whole entire helmet is just so... it's amazing. As a Dale Jr. fan, God, I hope to God, this is going to be this is where Dale Jr. is going to win. I really, really am pulling for Dale Jr. once this race comes around. Well, also, it's pretty cool because the 88, speaking of which, they're going to be using, SVG is going to be using that number in the Cup Series next year. That's really odd. But that number font, though, oh my God, that looks sexy. That really does. But, man, though, I mean, yeah, this paint scheme really looks amazing. Can't see a little bit some misprints. This headlight looks a little bit wonky-ish. Yeah, that doesn't really look right. And I'm trying to look around. There's nothing really wrong with that, but yeah, I love the open mayonnaise bottle. And I also like how it's a mayonnaise bottle at the front. And the one back there. Of course, you got Foot City. Of course, Dale Jr. will be running this at Bristol Motor Speedway for, I think, yeah, it's going to be the Foot City 300. Longtime sponsor for Bristol Motor Speedway. But also one thing you will notice is that compared to this car, compared to, let's just grab Justin Allgaier, this has the purple Xfinity banner and this has the black. Now, the reason why that is because throughout the regular season, they run the purple Xfinity banners for the full-time drivers. Well, not for the full-time drivers, but also for the part-timers also as well. However, though, since in the playoffs, of course, we all know they use the purple Xfinity banner and also the spoiler. For the other drivers that aren't in the playoffs, they just have the black banner, which, admittedly, I gotta say, I kind of like better than the purple. I don't know why. I prefer the black one, but, I mean, the purple one, I don't know, it kind of looks alright, but... yeah, it doesn't really look too bad. But guys, that's really going to be it for this video. And I do want to go ahead and kind of also just say that, address a couple things. And that is, this won't be the last kind of video I will do this. I will do one for some of the orders that are confirmed that we'll be getting is an Akinori or Gata Moon Eyes car, which that's going to be a really cool one. We also are supposed to be getting a Sam Mayer diecast, which is pretty cool. And then also Austin Hill's Xfinity win in the Gold Series. Finally, I don't have to wait for a NASCAR Authentics release. And then lastly, we are also expected to get SVG's Xfinity car, which also is going to be a pretty rare one, considering it's going to be his one-time year in Xfinity. And I also kind of want to go ahead and just talk about Xfinity releases, and that is, I really feel like that we're in for a good year for Xfinity releases. But really, though, again, we should have more Xfinity cars than just these ones. In my opinion, really honestly, if you ask me, this wouldn't be a problem if we at least had the main drivers of the teams. Like, imagine every year we would get all the RCR full-time drivers, the full-time junior motorsport drivers, the full-time colleague drivers. Like, it's honestly just mind-boggling to me how we don't have at least a regular standard AJ Allmendinger Gold Series release, which kind of makes sense considering that, hey, his if they release an AJ Cup card, then that's going to be more popular, because of course he has a Mountain Dew Cheeto skin coming out, which is a card that I actually kind of want to get. But the point I'm trying to get across here is that we really need more Xfinity cars in the market, because I really honestly love the way these all came out. I really do. I really honestly do, but however, though, I'm not really so sure what's the future what we're gonna get. I do know for sure there are a couple of Xfinity cars that are guaranteed that are getting made. There is a Josh Bilicki diecast that is coming out, and then there's also a I'm pretty sure Larson and Elliott's Hendrick cars wins are also coming, because it's Hendrick, and I mean, hey, it's a Chase Elliott win, so Elliott fans are going to go for it. There's also a Justin Bonjour diecast coming out, which that's gonna be a really interesting one. But as we get into these fall months, we're gonna get a lot more of these diecasts, and hey, I'm all here for it. And really, I really also wish I also want to do a truck one, but this is the only truck that we have. Come on, Lionel, get on with it already, man. But with that really kind of being said in mind, though, guys, I just want to say thank you all so much for watching. I hope to be making more diecast videos soon. With that being said, I will see all of you in the next video. See you all later.